1, 2, 3. Only you. 5, 2, 5, 2. Fat as fuck, fat as fuck, fat as fuck. Hey, only you. 5, 2, 5, 2. Hey, only you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brian, seems like you got an issue with your weight. Seems like you got an issue with your weight, sir. Hmm. Only you. 5, 2. Fat as fuck, fat as fuck. Only you. You know, I do push-ups. Do push-ups. You know, how come you ain't never showed yourself doing push-ups in like well over a decade? You, all right, you push dinner tables. That's what you push. A lot of things you push. You know, you push dinner tables out the way. I see you pushing that. Okay, that's what I see you pushing. What I'm trying to figure out, Brian, is why I gotta make a beat for the sector when you ain't made no beat for the sector. I have made multiple beats for the sector. I literally made them beats and handed them up. Okay? I done made multiple beats for the sector. Okay? The first beat I made, that was when Styles was alive. Next beat I made 2 days before he passed. Then I made another beat, turned it into a dance track, and people in the black sector was able to take that beat, remix it into a hip hop beat, remix it into a dance beat, remix it into all different types of things on the beat. You have not done one beat for the black sector. Where's your beat at, Brian? Stop asking people to make beats and you ain't even making them. Don't tell us that you're skinny because your camera's off like this and you don't show your face because you're ashamed of how you look. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Yesterday, right? We showed you and you were like, "Oh, I'm not like that anymore." Well, how come we don't have a before and after picture, Brian? See, you can't drink alcohol and then say you're skinny. That's dumb, Brian. You're 3 feet tall. You're like 400 pounds of liquor. Okay, all that fucking yeast and shit that come from goddamn alcohol. You sit there and consume that shit every goddamn day. What's the point of doing 50 push-ups when you drink 50 bottles? See, before you tell me to stop smoking, nigga, you got to stop drinking. Okay? Don't tell me about cigarette smokes, okay? Because cigarettes don't get you drunk, okay? See, I can take this cigarette and put this motherfucker out and sit it there in the ashtray, okay? I can sit that cigarette there and leave it. I can get a cigarette to my neighbor when he wake up. Let him have it. Can you do that with your drink? Can you take a sip of your alcohol and somebody be like, yo, you can I get some of that drink? And you be like, here, take the whole thing. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay? Alcohol, Brian, is the number one drug in America. Alcohol. So while you sit there day for day, day for day, I mean, you've been drinking since 2018, right? So that's 18, 19, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nigga, that's 8 years I haven't been drinking, and you have. Who's more in shape? Who's more healthy? Okay? We both smoke, but you drink. And that alcohol gonna fuck you up, boy. Because it's a chemical. Okay? Don't get mad. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Time out, man. I mean, you denying the evidence. Hmm. It's called denial. Okay? I mean, Brian, you not even skinny in your avatar pic. Okay? Is this what the push-ups supposed to be doing? Okay? All the uneven flab on your arms, bro. And you sitting there trying to flex. Trying to flex. Notice there is no definition on your body when you flex. We don't see not one cut line on you. Mister, I'm doing 50 push-ups a day. What you doing them? Like 10 every 3 hours or some shit? 50 push-ups a day. Nigga, do 1,000. Okay? Do 1,000 push-ups a day. Okay, for the results you need. All right, and drink more water. You fat fuck. Stop drinking all that goddamn alcohol. Okay. Oh, and there's another thing too, Brian. You got to stop eating so much. That Philly cheesesteak. Okay, that was some processed shit. You don't think people can look and see what processed shit looks like? It's not healthy. I mean, you didn't have any cheese on that shit. You didn't have any onions on that shit. You didn't have any green peppers on that shit. There was no vegetables on that shit at all. It just looked like a slab of meat with no flavor. I don't have to taste it. You can look at food before you taste it and see that it's disgusting. But your ass is so fat. All right, you see food and you'll just eat any goddamn thing. Okay? Shit, I'm pretty sure a goddamn garbage bag tastes good to you. As long as they put some salt and pepper on it, you'll eat that motherfucker. Okay? All right, I'm a certified chef. I can identify and look at food and say, "Up, that ain't right." Yeah. You didn't know people could do that? You didn't know people could look at food and say, "Oh, you know what? That don't look right." Why would I put it in my mouth and taste it? It don't even look right. Why would I taste it? But you, on the other hand, you don't care. I ordered a cheesesteak, and Vic got a cheesesteak and said his cheesesteak was better. It was. You saw it. You saw it. You saw it. You saw the cheesesteak actually had cheese on it. You could see the cheese. You could see the onions. You could see the green peppers. Yours, not so much. That's a visual. You could see that. Why couldn't you see it? Hmm? Okay. Oh no. Where you at? Who was that? Jerome. Did I say that right? Because you got apostrophes over shit. So I hope I didn't say that wrong. But in America, that's pronounced Jerome. And Jerome, you are in America. This ain't Israel. This ain't Palestine. You have clicked into America. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Your Wi Fi has gone outside the country, outside the continent. Yeah. Welcome to America. Okay? Welcome to America. United States of America, to be exact. The Israelis and the Palestinians are buddy buddy here in America. Okay? The Israelis and the Palestinians, they got the same goddamn job. All right, and they sit in the same break room every motherfucking day. Don't you ever forget that shit while you sitting up there talking about some Palestine and Israel. Just understand that both of them motherfuckers is working at Amazon right now. Okay, and they sit in the break room and kick it. All right, remember that shit. Remember that shit. All right, the war only matters until you leave the country. Once you leave the country, nobody gives a fuck about your war. You know? See, Brian, they got wars, Palestine and Israel. Shit, they need to send your fat ass over there. Okay? If you put Brian between Palestine and Israel, neither side will be able to fire missiles. Because Brian standing on that goddamn country line, his fat ass deflect every missile from both sides. Bounce off him like a rubber ball. Just boop, boop, boop. All right? Big nigga. Big, short, fat nigga. I mean, you don't want to keep it real, Brian. Like, we know that you broke your own ball joint. Your fat ass is sat in that motherfucker and the whole goddamn car fell apart. We know. We know. We know. Make a beat, make a beat, make a beat. You make a beat. Every beat you make sounds exactly the same. Okay? You don't even have like sound selection. Like you know for a fact that you only got X amount of sound. You only got X amount of sound selection as it is. Like, you know, what do I pick? Drum number one, drum number two, or drum number three? That's it for you, keyboard beat maker. How you making beats and you just got a keyboard, not a beat machine? You know, make a beat without a beat machine. Make a beat without a drum machine. How you making beats without beat machines? How you making beats without drum machines? How you doing all this and you don't have any of the equipment to make it? You can't even download the beats you make, all right, and finalize them. You know, so the beats play in HD quality. How come everybody can do this except you? Okay. Okay. Here go your new beat.
Yo, what up, B Vlogs? Back with another video. Alright? So, yeah, open your ears wide and listen to this real shit. Alright? You hear that? Now, you boys could never make anything that sounds like this.
Great weed.
Okay? White Rob, you would have to sample those horns. Okay? You would have to sample that.
You said horns?
You would have to sample the keys.
The
You know what I
keys.
mean? You can't fuck with me, dude. You can't fuck with me, dude. This is what I do, man. This is what I do. You know, y'all be playing around, man.
Now here's my problem, Brian. See, look, here's my issue with your keyboard. Why can't you hear this? All right. Why can't you hear this? I don't know. I have no idea. But you are looping how many sounds? Let's see.
One day, y'all be able to step it up like this. You know what I mean? Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day, but no time soon. You know, no time.
You got three drums in there, Brian. You got three drums, and they're just looping. All right, there's no flair to the beat. You just got the drum. You just set the drums. You just got them playing. They're just looping. It's just a constant loop. It's a plain flat loop. Okay, just a plain loop.
Y'all hate on me because I'm the GOAT, man. I'm the GOAT. You know, I got the
What? That's all you doing. Sounds like a news reporter beat. Yeah.
I beat, man. I got that sound, man.
In the news
You know what I mean?
today,
This ain't no goddamn boom bap.
the 49ers,
You know what I mean? This ain't
all
no
right,
techno
beat the
bullshit.
Colts 42-68.
You know what I mean?
The NBA Finals.
This is
You
hip
know,
hop, man.
like what the fuck? You don't hear that? You don't hear that?
You feel me? This ain't none of that bullshit y'all be making, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
It's that real
This ain't that bullshit that we be making. You right. We agree. Because we don't make no bullshit like this. Okay?
Shit right here. You hear that? Now, you boys could never make anything that sounds like this. Okay? White Rob.
Bryan, for some strange reason, right? You have this infatuation with Twister, right? It's like all your beats sound like this. All your
You would
beats.
have to sample those horns. Okay? You would have to sample that. You would have to sample the keys. You know what I mean?
And what's so weird is you telling people that they got a sample. Bryan, that is not a grand piano. The sounds you have in here are samples. Every single sound in this keyboard is a sample. It's a sample of something. They sampled the guitar. They sampled the piano. They sampled the drums. They sampled all of that shit. Okay? It's all sample. You see those little bars right here? These switches on the side right there, Bryan? That's to control your sound, right? For each tone, right? Like if you put kicks, hi-hats, right? That's the raise and lower the volume, correct? On the left hand side. Bryan, you only have 5 switches. I have 15. So this is what I mean about sound control. You can't control the sound because that motherfucker is limited. And you can't balance the sound out because you only got 5 switches. So if you put 8 instruments on this motherfucker, you can do shit. See, I can put 10 instruments on a beat. I could put 20 instruments on a beat. Hell, I put 8 instruments on a beat. Then Betty came back and added a fucking orchestra to the goddamn beat. This is a keyboard. It is not a studio, Bryan. This is not a studio. Okay? This is like one ball joint. You need the other one to have the complete set. Okay? Your special needs ass. Can't tell him nothing. Can't tell him nothing. Okay? Watch this, Bryan. Complete motif studio set. Complete motif studio set. Now, if your motif look like this. Looking to replace my table with oh, you seen that shit? Desk. I came across this company Wavebone that has these amazing looking desks. Real wait. Studio desk. I came across this company Wavebone that has wait. Go back up. Cause that boy had it. That boy had it. Looking to replace my table with damn it, I tried to pause that shit. Desk. I came across this company with real studio desk. Hold on. Looking to replace my table with damn it. I caught him that time. I've been looking to replace my table with real studio desk. I came across this. I've been looking to replace my table. All right. See, Bryan, if your shit look like this, can see the motif connected to the computer, connected to the speakers. He's got the drum machine. Okay. This, we couldn't talk shit if we saw this. If we saw this, then we couldn't talk shit. But we talk shit because we don't see this. This is somebody that really makes beats, that really makes music. Because he's got the keyboard, he's got the second keyboard, he's got the mixer up there. Okay, little mini drum machine in the corner. Okay, he got his microphone, got his speaker set up. I mean, you 42, dog. You had plenty of time to do this, like on some real shit. You had plenty of time to do this. You had plenty of time to do this, but you couldn't stop drinking. See, even though you could talk about me smoking weed and smoking cigarettes, that didn't stop me from buying my equipment. That didn't stop me from getting the studio equipment, the software and the hardware programs that actually cost money. That didn't stop none of that. Okay? You literally, okay? And Brian, here's the software that goes with your computer. I mean, your keyboard. Look, you see that? If you plugged your motif into the computer and updated it, you would see that. But you don't know how to work that, right? Your silly little brain wouldn't allow you to compute that, huh? Okay. Here, let.
Hey guys, so I just want to show you guys how to make a performance on the motif. This is using a motif ES8, so it's the ES version, and
Come
so I'm
on,
gonna
Brian.
show you on here now on the keyboard. So here we are on the keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thing that you do is you want to go into performance mode, and then
Performance
which is this button right here, the perform
button.
button. So you click that. It's
Uh.
going to show a performance on here. Right now, it shows something that we made before, but we're going to totally erase it and do it over.
Oh, okay.
So, and then you just make sure that you go over here and put it, where you want this thing to be set. So,
Mm-hmm.
naturally, for me, I just want to do user one, A1, because that's like the very first user preset. I want it to be my main patch. So set it to that. Then you.
Did he just say user preset? I think he just said preset, Brian. You said you didn't have any presets. But I think the white man's being honest here when he said preset, because you said you didn't have anything preset, and you know, he just snitched on you. He just snitched on you.
Over here to job. It's this button right here.
Mm-hmm.
Press job. On the
Job.
screen, it's going to say initialize current performance. So that's what you want. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, you go over to enter, hit the enter button,
Uh-huh.
and then it's going to ask you, are you sure? Then you hit yes over here. And now it's completed. So if we go back to the screen, I'm going to hit just the exit button that's next to enter, and
Mm-hmm.
it shows init perform or init perf. And you can change that name. I can show you how to do.
Brian, this keyboard is operating under MS DOS. Who is it? Who is like keyboard? Anybody familiar with computers and MS DOS? You know, I haven't seen MS DOS was like a 16-bit program. 16-bit. Okay, 16-bit programming um for the people that are not tech savvy. Okay? 16-bit is like Sega Genesis. Okay? remember the original Mortal Kombat video game? I know everybody remembers that. Who remembers the original Mortal Kombat game? 16-bit. Okay? If you were born in the 80s and you saw that shit for the first time, you thought you were watching a movie. Okay? 16-bit. Are you serious, Brian? So you comparing your 16-bit MS-DOS software in your motif to a goddamn PS5, nigga? You saying that your software inside of your Sega Genesis is more powerful and you get better sound and better quality than you would out of a Sony PlayStation? Funny how he wouldn't make that type of comparison with his car. The software in your car is more up to date than the software on your keyboard. We're looking at it right here from the white man because Bryan never wanted to show us what this keyboard did. Okay? So now the white man is showing us all of his presets, all of your presets.
In the future, but really what you want to do, the end result of what I want to get is over here on these faders, these four faders, I want to use them
Four
for
of
four
them.
different instruments. So what I love to do is have a piano here, maybe a pad here, or a pad at the end and a piano, and then have an electronic piano here like a Rhodes or an organ here. That's usually what I do, but you can customize that to what you use the most.
Come on, Brian. Let's take it. Let's take a look at Vic's. Let's take a Vic switches. How many switches Vic got? Let's see. How many I got? How many I got? Let's pull it up. Okay. Let's see how many I got. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, there's more. All right. But, that's 16 right there. But I believe I can go wide too, right? And there's 17 right there. How's your keyboard beating me again, Brian? Huh? Huh? What? How many, Brian? How many, boy? How many? That's 17 slots. Huh? Huh? Oh. 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 You only got four? You only got four slots? Rob Zilla got more than four slots. You only got four? He only got four, y'all. So wait, you put the kick in, right? You put in the clap, you put in the hi-hats. You running out of room, partner. So where is your piano, right? You put the piano in there, but three drums and one instrument, or three instruments, right, and one drum. Two drums, two instruments. You're limited. That's now you understand why all your beats sound the same, because you're either going to go three instruments, one drum, two instruments, or three drums, one instrument. You only got four. You only got four switches. After that, you on your own. That's why all your sounds are in balance. Because when you add a fifth instrument and a sixth instrument and a seventh instrument, hell, your voice is the fifth instrument. When you start rapping, that's the fifth instrument. You can't fix that shit on that whack ass keyboard, boy. Ain't no button for you to fix it. Ain't no switch over here for you to fix it. How you sitting over here capping like this, Bryan? Damn. White man exposing the fuck out you right now. Come on, white man,
Right,
get
so
him.
that's where I want to end up with, is where I say I want a bunch of piano but mix in a little bit of pad, or I want to, if you want to be able to switch instruments smoothly, then you can just, bring the piano down as you bring up another sound, and it's not going to cut off the sound or cut off the pad sound. So that's what.
Damn. So you gotta sit there and do that shit manually. It don't like just save. Bryan, when I use mine, it just save. That hookup over there, the one you was talking shit about. You know, when I use mine, the 17 switches, I ain't got to do all that with my 17 switches. Over there. You know,
This is so great. That's why we want to learn how to do this. So when we go back over here to the screen, see down here it says voice.
mm-hmm.
You want to select that, so you come down to the F2 button that matches up with voice. So I'm in voice right now. The only voice is a grand piano on one, and that one corresponds with the fader number one. That's here.
So voice is piano, not voice, which is weird to me because you know voice is supposed to be a voice and not a piano, but
All right, so fader number one, that's that one. I like it. I like having a piano there. Over here, you see this. This just shows you the range that you have it set for. So you can press limit high or limit low and play the key that you want it to limit that range to. But since it's a piano, I like piano everywhere when I have that up, so I want to keep that. So I'm going to use this button to go.
so you have a sampled piano sound, and that there is the range button, so you can adjust the keystroke. Come on, y'all. Let's go check out Vic's piano. Let's go. You got to see Vic's piano because we looked at Bryan's piano. Okay, okay, okay. Vic's piano. All right, let's look at Vic's piano. I don't know why I keep hitting that goddamn button. Right. Let's look at Vic's piano. Okay. Close that. Close that. Close that. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Okay. Instruments. Go downhill. Okay. Okay. Check this out, Bryan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 at the bottom, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 40 different pianos. 40 pianos and counting, Brian. Probably 50, 60, 70 pianos, nigga. Hmm? Huh? Look, they're all different. See that, Brian? B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. They're all different pianos, Brian. C7, C8. Uh-huh. 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 Let's go back. Let's go back and analyze your whack ass piano. Come on. What else? What else? I bet your stuff can't do this. I bet your stuff can't do this. I bet you this. Let's see what else. Let's see what else.
Down, and then go to the next one and add INT, or it's like add instrument. It's a weird abbreviation, but press add INT, and then it shows you another piano. And then I want to just use all of them, so I'm going to keep going down and add a bunch of different instruments. But I don't want all pianos. So for this, you can either just scroll around and find the what you want, or you can do it a little bit more efficiently and go over here to category search, click category search, and choose over in any of these. You can see acoustic piano, keyboard. So pick the category that you want. I want to add a keyboard because I want to put an EP to this. So I'm going to scroll down, and I like hard vintage. That's kind of one of my favorites.
Hard vintage. I mean, that is that not a sample? Is that not a sample? Hard vintage. I mean, that's definitely a sample. Hold up. Let's get close. Yep, preset 1, B15, hard vintage. So your whole keyboard is made up of sampled sounds. Phaser, 1983, soft case. It is all samples, Brian. A keyboard full of sampled sounds. How you talking shit on Robzilla, bro? How you talking shit on the Kang? All right, telling me I'm not making this beat. I'm not making that beat, nigga. Anything I played yesterday, play, play something, play any, and play and tell me to play any slow jam, nigga, and I'll put a hip hop beat to it, nigga. Give me any slow jam, nigga. Give me any slow jam. I'll put a hip hop beat to it, nigga. Nigga, I remixed Luther Vandross yesterday. Fuck out of here, nigga. You can never touch me. What? What? You got to be creative to turn Luther Vandross into a hip hop song, nigga. You can't do this with none of this little whack ass shit you fucking with talking about you playing rap music. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you sat there in fucking amazement watching me turn Luther Vandross into a hip hop beat, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Hmm?
So press enter, and it shows a hard vintage keyboard there. 4 sounds here. So I can do a lot of cool things with this.
Okay.
For example, I just want to show you. I just want to show. Oh, so right now it's all set to where all the sliders are up, but then I've got them all down. So if I play something, it's not showing anything. If I put up my piano all the way, so that's piano. EP. Then this is organ. All right, and then this is my pad. So
Wow. You know, Robzilla, that's hilarious. So, Brian, you take the keyboard, right? Let's get this straight. You put the keyboard, the organ, the EP, and the pad all on one key, right? And you push this one key, and all four sounds play at the same time. And that ain't sampling, Bryan. That's what sampling is all about. Taking different sounds, mixing them, and creating a new sound. Because you didn't create the sound. The sounds were already there. That was a sample, that was a sample, that was a sample, that was a sample. You took all of those samples, you brought them together and hit the key one time or two times, because you know you like to play the keyboard like this. Right? So now you're exposed for sampling, right? Because you made this big fuss about how I did it, but my sampling sounds sweet. When I sample, I go all the way. I don't half-ass sample. I go all the way with my samples. Okay, my sampling sounds out cold. Your sampling sounds like trash. And you had the nerve to sit up here and say, I'm not sampling. You're not really playing a guitar. You're not really playing the strings. You don't have a fucking violin. You don't have a bass instrument. You don't have a fucking trumpet. What do you mean? You don't play a trumpet on a keyboard, Bryan. Dummy. Dummy.
Show you first just one thing that you can do with range. Say if you want for whatever reason or another, you want the piano to be down here, EP or organ. Let's say piano down here, organ up here. You can split it up. So if you go up to full grand and you press the limit L button, so you got to hold that down. So I'm holding down this SF2 limit L button, and then I go down here to the keyboard and I press the key that I want it to be the lowest. So I want the lowest range of the piano to be all the way at the bottom. And then I do the same thing with limit high, hold that down, and then I go to my keyboard and press how high I want it to go. So I want it to limit to the C.
Okay.
So if you see now in this here, it's got that range a little bit more limited. It's not the full keyboard anymore.
Okay.
All right. So I did that with full grand. So now I want to limit the organ. So I do limit L, and then I do the lowest note I want organ to be is C sharp, so it doesn't overlap with piano.
Okay.
And then limit H, hold that down, and then the highest note I want to be is the N, the top.
Okay.
So if you see over here, I put my faders on piano and organ. I go to the bottom. It's only piano because organ's not in this range. If I go to the top, it's only organ, so it's limited in this range. So you got two instruments you can play at one time, basically. It's pretty.
Oh. Let's see if VicDamoane could do that, Bryan. Notice I got to walk from my living room to my dining room to do that. Okay, let's see if Vic can. Let's see if Vic's Fruity Loops can do that. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. You know, I got my channel rack up here. Okay, guys, we're gonna switch the sound over because we don't want to blast anyone out. We're gonna put it over here on this setting here, guys. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me get a little volume here. Okay, we'll set the volume to 19. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and add just one of our simple piano sounds. Okay, and then we'll go over here to our let's see, our instrument, our guitar, right? We'll go to our regular guitars here. Okay, electric guitar, and we'll put that right there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and add that to the volume buttons. You know, the little volume switches. We'll add them to the little volume switches there. Okay, put them on 5 and 6. Okay. So, guys, I just want you to guys take a look here with me. Take a look here with me. Just take a look here with me. Okay, here we have our piano. We have our piano right here. And we're going to show you how we got our piano sounds. Okay, we got our little piano sound. All right. And then we're going to hit this button over here. Okay. And we're going to switch over, guys, to our electric guitar. Okay. Now it's a guitar. So you basically have two instruments playing at once. You got your electric guitar over here, right? And then you have your piano on this side. Let's go back to the video. Excuse me, I'm gonna walk back to the living room. Let's see how many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm in my living room. Let's go.
Pretty cool and pretty useful. So one way that I really use this a lot is I like to limit my pad because I like to layer my pad on top of piano sounds or EP sounds. So I limit high my pad to about this range here, just below this C, this higher C, and then what you see is I'll put up some pad, a little bit of pad, and mostly piano. I'm gonna change my piano range so I can be up all the way to the top. Sorry. I'm gonna change my piano range all the way to the top, and then that way I've got piano everywhere I want to go. You hear pad ringing out, but on the top here I can just keep my sustain pedal pressed and just do some ad-libbing there so that it doesn't muddy up with pad on the top. So it's really useful for that. Last thing and most important thing is that you want to be able to save all of these settings.
Okay.
All right, so as you're doing this, unlike I just did, I would recommend saving as you go. So you want to hit, make a change and then hit store, enter. And by the way, where it says store, it'll show you store to user 001. So you're going to overwrite whatever's there. So make sure you go to a patch that you don't want, that you're okay not using again. And then go to enter and press yes. Are you sure? And it saves it. So next time you turn on the keyboard, you're there, you've got init perform. You can mess around there and find out how to rename it. Basically, you just hit the edit button and go over to name here, and then you can just use this slider to turn letters. It takes a long time, but once you do it, you don't have to do it again. And just save again. Last thing and very important thing about saving is that whenever you save, it saves all your settings. So if you're kind of advanced and you have adjusted like cutoff or resonance or a bunch of different settings, it's going to save all those settings. Plus, it's going to save where your sliders are. So usually what I like to do is just bring these three down and put piano up. And so when it turns on with piano full volume and everything else down. Then it's going to store that way. An important thing about how you store things is that no matter where your sliders are, if you move away from this patch, from this sound, and you come back to it, it's going to still have piano at the top and everything down, no matter where your sliders are. So if you want to, so for example, I'm going to store this with piano all the way up. Store, enter, yes. I'm going to move away one and then come back. And so I've got piano all the way. But say I move away and my sliders are all over the place like this. And I come back to piano. It's still going to be just piano all the way up. So say if I want to put some pad in, I put pad up. I still don't hear pad. That's because it's locked at 0. You have to go to 0 first, unlock it.
That sucks. Now, 3, 4, 5. I'm in my dining room. Okay. So, Bryan, there's multiple volumes here. See, I have the volume here for the actual. Let's see what we got here. See, my volume sliders. Okay. See that's the volume of the actual keyboard, and that's the volume over here on the volume little thingy majingy. Mm-hmm. You see how that moves? See, it's tracking the sound. Okay, and if I want to raise that volume up, I can go right here, and I can just raise that up like that, and then that'll go up again. See how that bar got a little louder? And if I hit this switch, I can make it even louder. I can raise it up even more. See, I can put that switch there, and I can raise it up even more. Okay, and if I want to hit my little button right there, it'll turn around and just cut it off. See, I hit that little button there now? No sound. But it's locking my sound in place, guys. See, it's locking my sound in place. All right? It's because I pressed the button. I hit the button. And it's saved. It's locked in place, even though I muted it. Even though you can't hear it, but you can see it moving. You know it's there. Now I hit that button again. It's working. And it's saved. Yeah, Bryan, you suck. Ass. Crack. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can't do that with a motif. All right, it won't allow you to do that with a motif. See, those sounds cut off in the middle of the track. Look at that, Bryan. Well, look. Hold on. All right. 30 seconds in, Bryan. All right. Now, see that sound right there, Bryan? Your keyboard can't make. All right, that break right there. And the funny thing was, Bryan said, "Oh no, that's a techno beat." Okay, Bryan, if that was a techno beat, black people would not be able to remix it. You said Betty killed me with my beat, meaning that you liked the beat. That you thought the beat was fire. All it needed was Betty. That's all you basically saying. You saying that the beat needed Betty. But Betty didn't make the beat. Dumbass. Betty took the beat and remixed it. She didn't even get the bass line right. She created her own bass line, but the instrument, she pretty much stuck with the same notes with it. Hmm? 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 Okay? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something that Bryan can't do with his beats. Okay? Look at the beginning. Okay? That's the opening to the beat. It's only like 2 instruments playing. There's the 3rd instrument. That's instrument number 3. Matter of fact, I take that back. That's 4 instruments. Look, wait. That's 3 instruments. I take that back. That's 3 instruments playing at once. In the beginning, the first 2 seconds, Bryan, that's 3 instruments. That's instrument number 4. That's instrument 5 and 6. You hear that? You hear the doom, 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 doom. That's the bass. That is a bass instrument. You know what a bass is, Bryan? Here, let me show you with your dumb ass. Here, let me show you what a bass is with your dumb ass. Okay? Okay? Let me show you. Hold on, let me pull this motherfucker up. Okay? A bass instrument is a giant violin, Bryan. I thought you knew that shit. I thought you knew that shit. But here, we're gonna educate you today. Okay? Okay? Dummy, that's a bass. You see that? The instrument you hear, nigga. The one that you thought was a goddamn drum. It's not a drum, Bryan. It's a bass. That's what you hear. Doom, 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 doom. You thought that was a drum, didn't you? Your dumb ass. Cause you dumb. I even told you what it was. I said that's bass, Bryan. Huh? So now let's listen to the track again. Nigga. Then that shit cut off. That bass still going. The kicks is in the back. All right. Then you hear them hi-hats and them claps cut off. Then that shit break. Then that shit break. Then you hear the hi-hats. Listen. Yeah, see, you can't even control your beat like that. You have no control of your beat. My beat, I am in control of my beat through the whole fucking beat, nigga. What are you talking about? I'm literally making adjustments inside the beat. You can hear it. You can hear shit cutting in, cutting out, coming back, breaking down, parts coming back. You ain't did that with not one beat you've ever made in the past 10 years because you can't do that with that keyboard. You can't have hi-hats going in the first 10 seconds, cut them bitches off for 3 seconds, bring them back on the fourth second, cut the kick off for 5 seconds, bring them bitches back in. If you got pianos or guitars or instruments, you can't cut a piano off at the 30-second mark, cut that bitch off again at the 40-second mark, cut that bitch off again at the 50-second mark, and then let that bitch run. Can't do it. And we're all learning together, which you can't do because you like to lie. You like to make up shit. You like to fantasize. I mean, you have a very vivid imagination. I mean, you told people you met L.A. I met L.A. I met L.A. You mean you met L.A. like VicDamoane met L.A. because you wanted to be me? I ain't never want to be you. You want to be me, right? You wanted to be me. Never wanted to be you. You seen me with LA and then said, that's me with LA. Okay? You saw me with Real Game Radio and you said, I want to be with Real Game Radio. LA, why you hook up with Vic instead of me? Hmm? Let's get back to learning more about your whack ass keyboard.
And then bring it up. Same with piano. I put pad up, but I want piano all the way down, but it's still there. So piano is set at 127 at the top volume. So you've got to go up to the top for piano, unlock it, and then you can bring it down. All right, that's the lesson for the day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay. This is what this keyboard is used for. Hold on. We're going to see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Now, look. You clearly see this man knows what he's doing with his motif. He has the bitch actually hooked up. Look, y'all. Bryan, you see that right there? You see that right there? Look, you see this? You see this? You see that, nigga? See those wires hooked to the motif? Nigga. Okay. You see those extra switches he got over there? This is a motif complete setup, sir. Okay. You ain't got to lie to the people no more. Let's let this black man show us what the keyboard does, because you won't.
Hello, my name is Isaac Cowden. I am a keyboard player, and today I will be helping some of you out with how to set up performance patches on your keyboard. So, with that being
Wait. Bryan, why did he call it a keyboard and not a beat machine? Why did he call it a keyboard and not a studio? Why did he call it a keyboard and why did he talk about patches? I thought everything you did was original. Okay?
said, let's go ahead and I'll just tell you what kind of gear I'm using right now. we're starting with the Yamaha Mo 8. And right now, this is the standard Yamaha Mo 8, um, early 2000s. It's really, really good, versatile, solid keyboard. A lot of churches you'll see either a variation of a motif or a Mo 8 or some sort of in that kind of genre of keyboards. And so that's what I'm going to be helping
Ah,
you guys out with
the
today. Say,
motif is a church keyboard. It all makes sense, Brian. The motif is a keyboard that they use at churches. You see that? I told you we was going to get to the bottom of it, Brian. I always finish my investigations all the way to the end. So you got that keyboard for $200 from a pawn shop, and the pawn shop got it from a church. Probably a keyboard player that didn't want it no more and wanted to sell it. He probably upgraded. Okay? But it's a church keyboard. The motif, it's a church
yep,
keyboard.
your performance patches
Yes.
potential. A lot of times in my band at church, I have a plethora of musicians that can play different sounds on their keyboards and whatnot. But then sometimes you have the point where you don't have a whole lot of people that can play a keyboard. You don't have an organ player and an aux player. You know, you just have your regular keyboard player. And so, in order to make the full sound, we're just going to go and try to show you guys how to make the full-fledged sound of what you're wanting to do in your performance mode. So what I just did here is I'm going to go from voice mode here. If we talk a little bit about where the keyboard is, I'm just going to move my little MIDI setup right here. Just going to move this up a little bit so I can show you guys the full potential of where we're going to be at. Category search usually is going to tell me, if I click on that, it's going to tell me where I'm going to be. So I have, from all the way from piano and keyboards to, synth leads and synth pads and chromatic percussion, going all in all sorts of sounds that the Yamaha Bank offers to us. So what we're going to do is,
The
usually you're going to be in voice
Yamaha
mode. If you
Bank.
want to go into
What is that called, Brian? The Yamaha Bank. The bank that stores all of your sampled sounds. You get all of your sample sounds out of the sample bank. It's a bank of sampled sounds. Tell us more.
performance mode. So what I do is go to performance mode, and it usually takes me to a default spot where that core was. So this says the core, where we were before, that has kind of like that sound. We're going to get off of that, and I want you to just scroll all the way to the left until you can't scroll anymore. What we're going to
Oh,
do is
that
we're going
definitely
to
sounded
set
like a
up our
Brian beat,
sound
didn't it?
right here that we're going to do. Now, it says probably something for here. It says prologue. For yours, my says my is we're going to job and store. Difference is if I hit exit and essentially put in here, find a different voice for this.
Hold on.
So, oh, let me activate them with the faders.
Okay. Yeah. We learning so much. Okay. Now. Okay. Out of all of these videos, right? Nobody is using a motif to make rap beats. Nobody is using a church keyboard and claiming that they are the greatest of all time. It's just you. And because you feel that that is so great, we're like, bro, it's a church organ. It's a modern day church organ. A keyboard that church players use. Nobody's rapping off of that. You need to get you some real equipment so you can really make some rap beats, because the shit that you making ain't rap beats. So now here are other people that have the same keyboard that you got, that sample just like you do. And they're telling you, hey man, that keyboard is for the church. Okay, Fruity Loop Studio was designed and created for rappers, R&B singers, pop artists, fucking heavy metal artists. That's what the musicians use. But you can't use it because you're dumb. Even when I showed your slow ass how to use it, you still didn't even try. That's what makes you a bitch. You didn't even put forth an effort. I literally showed this clown where he could get the free version of the Fruity Loops so we could really hear a Bree Vlogs beat. So he could really sit there without them samples, without all of that fuck shit, right? Nothing preset for him. He really has to sit there and make that beat from scratch. No more just loop, 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 loop. Oh no. No, no, no. You gonna have to make that beat like you writing a letter with your hand. Like you got a pen in your fucking hand and you're writing the motherfucking beat minute for minute, second for second. We ain't never seen you do that because you ain't never did it. You ain't never took a beat from the 0 second mark and wrote that bitch second for second like a essay. Okay? You ain't never did that. You don't know how to do that. You don't even know how to think like that. That's why you keep coming to me. That's why you keep begging me to make more and more music, because you need inspiration. Move. You open that door, Snowflake. Move. Come on. Move, Gino. My man Spanish in the chat. Right? You ever heard of Caliente? What, you got to poop? Because you didn't even use it when you went outside. Watch out. Get down. Uh-uh. You went outside already. I'm not going to keep going in and out. Move, Snowflake. Now, what you see? Hush up. Mm-hmm. Gino, I don't know what you see, but take your butt over here. Come on, come use it. Mm-hmm. Come on, get out of that. Gino, get out of that. Come on. Come on. I think you probably see them damn deer. Or you smell them or something. All right, what's happening, Joyce? But Bryan, I believe you're exposed, sir. Okay. All right. All right, you exposed for being a lie. Get out of that. Mm-hmm. Come on, Gino. Mm-hmm. Move. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now go sit down, Snowflake, because you ain't got to use it. Come here. Ain't no going, hey, come on. Move, go on. Come on, watch out. Come on, move, 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 move. Go sit down. Make a beat, make a beat. Okay? All my beats is made. Okay? I don't have to remake anything. Okay. Hold up. Let's see. If I go here, okay, and go to the fan page, which is okay. Let's see, and I think I can go here to videos. Wait a minute. Posts. Let's see. About okay. Okay. I'm trying to find the video. Hold on, I'm gonna find it, y'all. Let's see. Groups, blah blah blah. Where is the page for the video? Oh, okay. I done did this shit in so long. It updated my shit. Add the story. No, I want to add the story. Yeah, this joint look way different on my tablet. I apologize for those that have tried to hit me or contact me through this messenger because I got two separate messengers and I was unaware that they had added a second messenger to me. And some people were sending me messages in that messenger and I didn't even know it existed. See, what the fuck? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, let's slow that down. I don't want to turn that on because fuck me. Memories, maybe. Reels. Yeah, I'm looking for my video collection. That's what I'm looking for, y'all. And they done changed so much on this bitch. I gotta start using this motherfucker, man. Damn. I got a lot of shit on Facebook. And I don't use it enough. But as I try to get into my video selection because I should be in it. Okay. Archive page status. Wow, why won't they just show me a link to get into my shit? I cannot find that bitch, y'all. Oh, but I got a bunch of videos on my fan page with music on it. Once I go through it, saved, videos, posts. Mm-mm-mm. They didn't change this shit all the way around. They didn't change this bitch all the way around. Boost the Instagram post. Damn. Shit. But I'm on my fan page. Hmm. It's a post story. Boom, boom, boom. And I can go live on this bitch, which is interesting. Because back in the day, you couldn't go live. You couldn't go live on your fan page. So that's something new for me. Okay. We definitely gonna have to play with that. But there was a selection, is an area that's supposed to have like all of my goddamn videos. And on this tablet, let me see my photos. All photos are here. See all. Okay, now this took me to my videos. That's weird. Okay, this took me to my videos. Okay, this took me to my videos. So I found it. Right? Okay. Found my beat, bro. So now that I got all my beats together, yeah. Maybe I'll make a album. Okay. So, your turn, Brian. Let's see you explain these sample beats on your keyboard.